Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
Taylor Swift is a link builder. There were rumors that she would get engaged. Our client said, let's give them a free wedding venue. And then we got them 50 links. That's digital PR.
Managing multiple clients or large websites? Automate your SEO with Ali AI. Start your free trial now.
Oh shit! Okay. I can see from some of your faces, this talk's going to be a little bit different. So, what I'm going to talk about today is how I think humanizing your brand is such a powerful thing to do. And I'm going to share with you and hopefully inspire you to want to do the same. Dove, Airbnb, Always. These are three brands I'm sure everyone in the room has heard of, and these are three brands that have all humanized with video. They've done it by putting people at the very heart of what they're all about. Because, to reiterate the point, humanizing your brand with video is very, very powerful. Now, I don't need to stand on this stage and tell you, oh, you should be using video, whether you're an agency or a retailer or a brand. We all know video is great, right? Video is an amazingly powerful tool. It's a great way to showcase your expertise, and I'm sure there are lots of you in this room that are using video to showcase your expertise. We all know that you can use video to sell your products and services. We've all been using video, I know I have, for showcasing and featuring client testimonials. It's a great way to do that, to get your client to say just how amazing your product and your service is. It's also a great way to show the highlight reels, show the best bits, put all your best stuff up on social media. It's a great vehicle for doing that. Yeah, and of course, it's an amazing way to educate and add value. And I'm sure a lot of you will be doing some or all of this. Right? Video is not a new thing. It's been around a long time, not quite as long as this guy, but video has been around a very, very long time. Lots of businesses, agencies, whatever it is you do, I'm sure a lot of you will be using video, right? And why do you use video? Because it is amazing at doing all of these things, okay? And again, we all know that, right? So that's not what I'm going to spend the next 16, 17 minutes doing. What I am going to spend the next 16, 17 minutes doing is trying to get you to think about how potentially you can use video differently, right? I want you to think about how in your business, when you go home today, when you're on the train, you're in the car back, you think, oh, do you know what? How can I humanize my brand? Because if you do that, amazing things can happen. Now, when we're thinking about humanizing, we need to take a step back, okay? It all starts with your audience. And most people, most businesses, they think they need to appeal to everyone. They think, whatever I'm going to do in business, I need to appeal to the masses, yeah? The reality of it is, for most of us in this room right now, we only need to be famous to a few. That is the reality, right? And everyone takes a macro approach rather than thinking micro. And I want to get you to think about, you don't need everyone to like you. You don't need everyone to know you. You just need to be famous to a few. So it leads me on to the first question of this talk. And it's something I want everyone to think about, which is, who is your audience, yeah? Who are they? Who is your target audience? And I guarantee there's some of you out there right now going, well, Aaron, it could be males or females, anyone between 18 and 65. No, that is not a target market, okay? So if you are not clear on exactly who your target market is, then you really need to do some work. And this all starts way before you can even get to the fun stuff of humanizing. So take the time, work with your teams, and really figure out who your target market is, right? Get a pen and paper out and really get that down. Who is it that's buying your product or your service? Who is it that's reaching out to you, that wants to talk to you about your business? Once you've got that nailed down, then you focus on their pain point, right? Why are they buying your product? Why are they buying your service? Why are they, what is their pain point? That is such an important point to really think about. We all love to talk about ourselves, and we all love to, we all love to talk about ourselves, and we all say, this is what we do. Focus not on what you do, but on how your product, your service can address the pain point that your customer has. And then you think about, okay, how can it help them, right? This is my product, this is my service, how can I help them? So it becomes, who's your target market, what is their pain point, and then how can you help them, right? And again, remember, if you are talking to everyone, you are talking to no one, okay? That is such an important point. If you're talking to everyone, you are talking to no one. And I know this to be true. Guilty. Guilty as charged. I started my agency in 2013, ran it for a full decade. We had some successes, we had some failures, all of the usual stuff. But what I realized in that decade of running my business, we were very specific on what we did. So this is what we do. The problem we had was that we did it for anyone that asked. Yeah, there were a few sectors that we do a lot in this sector and we do a lot in this space, and I'm sure a lot of you will be able to relate to that. But ultimately, if someone came and knocking and they said, hey, we want to work with you, the chances are we would probably say yes, right? That causes you a problem when you are wanting to humanize your brand and when you want to grow. For us, it had a glass ceiling effect on our business. So what you've got to do is you've got to think, and you've got to sell where there's a hungry audience. This, for me, in the last year, has just been such a light bulb moment where I've thought, you know what, I really need to focus on selling to a hungry audience. You sell hot dogs. Where's the best place you can sell those? I would argue a football stadium. 40, 50, 60,000 people, all hungry at half time. If you've got a hot dog business, that is the best place, yeah, for that type of business. If you sell hot tubs, you need chimney pots. Population is going to be the success or failure of that business, because not everyone wants a hot tub, so you need a lot of chimney pots around you to make that business work. If you're e-commerce, if you're an e-commerce brand, you want to be known for a niche. Don't be a generalist. Focus very specifically on what it is you do, what it is, the value that your product can provide, and then become the authority, the de facto for that specific space, right? Be known for a niche. Don't be a generalist. Don't be an all things to all people store. If you're an agency, as I'm sure there are a lot in here today, if they're an agency or a consultant or a freelancer, right? Don't be a jack of all trades. Don't try and be a generalist. Don't say yes to everyone, right? Become the dedicated specialist for what you do, but not just that, what you do and who you do it for. Because when you do that, magic happens. And learn the best word in business, no. No is the best word in business. For us, what this looked like, I went through this exercise. For us, it looked like home, garden, and lifestyle brands. It's a space we've worked in for a long time. It's where we have the most fun. It's what we most enjoy doing. Love that space. So for us, we said home, garden, lifestyle. That's what we're going to do. And that was our who. And once we had that, everything started getting much easier. We said no to everyone else. If you're not in that space, we're not for you. That's our who. The what, the pain point, is paid media and creative. That's for us, okay? So with paid media, we knew that's the pain point. Businesses, brands, home, garden, lifestyle brands are really struggling to make their paid media work, and they also have an inability to do the necessary creative to facilitate and make paid media work. So that's the what. Then we move on to how we can help them, which is really simple. We help them generate sales and leads. That's what we do. So we know the who, we know the what, and then we know the how. And you guys need to all think about what is your who, what, and how. It's a really simple exercise, so powerful. And once you've got that, that's all the audience. That's the prerequisite to being able to humanize your audience. Once you've done that, then the fun stuff starts. Then you can really humanize it. You can have some fun, like I did at the start of my presentation, and you can really put your personality across. Are you not convinced your ads are working? Wouldn't it be nice if your customers thought of you? Are you using AI in your video creation process? Here's someone riding around on a lawnmower in the garden.
That could be me.
It could be you. Are they clear what role the Google Ads is playing?
I'm going to reveal all my secrets.
Oh, there you go.
Just the creative one. Camera's on.
There's these little bite-sized little golden nuggets for everyone.
I don't fully understand it.
Really simple, but very effective. There you go. Hope you found it useful. Right, T-Talks is one way we've been able to humanize our brand, okay? It's just one little example of how we are talking very specifically to our target audience. We are addressing their pain points in every single episode, and we are able to help them by giving them actionable tips and tricks and advice on what to do, yeah? One example, you're gonna have your own ideas of things you can do. What I wanna try and do is get the ideas flowing for you guys, right? But crucially, what I don't want you to be is one of these. Do not be a one-trick pony, because there are so many ways that you can humanize your brand. You can have a lot of fun doing it. And for me, business is about having fun, right? Here's another example. My guest today is a specialist houseplant brand, a bespoke kitchen makers, an online country clothing store.
I can't believe we made it this far into the podcast without talking about AI yet.
Well, because with this business, you need to be famous to a few. Sowing seeds gets you the leads.
I'm starting to see why this would sell well in the UK.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. You've got quite a controversial thought on there. It's unbelievable. You don't do it on a whim, you've got to commit.
It's the big thing at the moment, isn't it? The buzzword, if you like.
Let's get into it. Can I just stop here? If you're not doing a podcast, do one. It is, not do one, do a podcast, right? A podcast is such, that was wrong. I actually messed exactly that up in the rehearsal as well, and Darren was like, don't say do one, don't say do one. Anyway, but do a podcast. And the reason is, it is such a powerful platform. Again, on the prerequisite, as long as you've got your audience, as long as you know who you're talking to, you know what their pain points are, and you know how you can help them, a podcast is an amazing platform, right? Our T-Talks are 15, 20 minutes between the Evergreen team and myself. Our podcast, I spend an hour talking to a prospective client, essentially. I talk to a brand, and I just help them for an hour by educating them what they need to do with paid media creative to grow their business. And in helping one, I'm helping many. And do you know who tunes into that? Everyone else in that space. Because they go, I'm also having a trouble with my ads. I can't get Meta to work. I'm struggling with Google Ads. I can't figure out this Performance Max stuff. Brilliant. They all want to tune in because they sort of go, well, actually, what are they doing that we could maybe nab? And what ideas is that guy giving that we could also maybe take? Yeah? Such a powerful platform and a great way to get in front of your target audience. But with all of this stuff, consistency is just so important, right? You've got to think long term. It's so easy to start a podcast and to, think, oh, we're going to create a little series. The problem is most people give up. There's like crazy stats. You're going to know them probably better than I am. Most people give up after you do a handful of podcast episodes, or you do this or you do that. Most people give up, so you've got to think consistently. We've been doing this consistently now all of this year, and we're already seeing, the fruits from it. So whatever you are going to do, and however you think you can, whether it's video, if you can humanize, consistency is the number one thing. If you're consistent, you will win. If you're not, you won't. So think long term, right? And again, to labor the point, you do not need to go viral. I think so many people think, right, well, it sounds great, but unless I'm getting tens of thousands of views, there's no point doing it. You do not need to go viral with this stuff, right? Our views, everything we get are incredibly modest. We get a couple hundred views per episode. I think that's brilliant, because I know those couple of hundred people that are watching that episode, they are exactly the people that I want to be watching our content. You do not need to go viral, so stop worrying, if I put myself out there and I don't get 10,000 views, it's not worth it, right? If you get 10 views, you're winning. You're absolutely winning, right? Because again, remember, you only need to be famous to a few, right? Now, I am sure that there will be some of you right now sitting there thinking, well, it sounds great, Aaron. You're obviously comfortable on film. I don't want to go on film. No chance, sunshine. Right, I've got 3 words for you. Just get over yourself. Get over yourself, right? If you run a business, if you are tasked with sales, marketing, business development, just get over yourself, right? Get on film. I guarantee you'll thank me later. Now, for those of you that are thinking, oh, God, I like this. I like the idea of humanizing my brand, having a bit of fun with it, right? Not doing all the corporate stuff, but actually having a bit of fun. You can take things one step further, and I highly recommend you do this, right? Go behind the scenes in your business. Inch wide, mile deep, own the home garden lifestyle space. Even Greg's isn't open.
Don't try this the first time you fly.
We're late, let's go.
I will always go above and beyond to get the shot.
Let's find out. If you're in business, you can't have fun. What is the point, right? Okay, so bear with me. Oh, shit. Right, we film everything. We're even filming this very talk for Brighton SEO right now for our Evergreen Uncut series. And Darren, who's my head of creative, is filming me. And that means that you lovely people are all going to feature as part of our next episode. So give us a wave, because you're all going to feature. There they are. But this beautiful crowd, welcome to the biggest stage in Europe for our industry. Stay there, Darren. Stay there. I haven't told you this. Stay there. So what I want to do just at this point, because I'm running ahead of time, I want to give this guy a shout out. And the reason is because for every person in front of a camera, and if you're doing video work right now, for every person in front of the camera, there is someone 10 times better behind it. And for me, I'm incredibly blessed and lucky to have this guy behind me. If you're not, you need to go and connect with this guy, right? His name is Darren Martin. He's my head of creative. He is one of the loveliest human beings in the world, and also one of the most creative people in our industry, right? I'm telling you that. So Darren, I just want to say I love you, and make sure you all connect with him. Bring it in, I need a cuddle. There you go. Right, I'll get off stage. I didn't tell him I was going to do that, so just wanted to embarrass him. Right, all of this, what I've just spent the last 15 minutes doing is trying to encourage you to think about how you can build know, like, and trust, right? We're in a world of sameness. There are so many agencies that we all do the same bloody thing. We all do the same stuff, right? And there's been loads of amazing talks. What you've just got to do as a brand, as a business, as an agency, is think, how can I stand out? Right? And humanizing your brand is one way of doing it. It's an incredible way of building know, like, and trust. Some of you may know me before I've come on the stage. A lot of you probably don't. You know, hopefully from this last 50 minutes, you think, oh, he's all right. Some of you are probably thinking, what an idiot. Right? That's fine. But humanizing your business, it's the secret ingredient. It is the secret ingredient. There are so many great case studies of businesses that have done it, you know, in all sorts of industries. And I'll just give you a quick flavor. You know, the results for us, you know, they speak for themselves. You know, we've had, you know, a very interesting year, a really good year. So I just want to leave you with this sentiment, which is just think about who, what, how, and then the humanized bit, right? So who is your target audience? Yeah, really get that nailed down. Then be thinking about what is their pain point, right? What is it that you do that in how you can help them? And yeah, and then the last one is that how you can help them. And then once you've got those three things clear in your mind, you can then think, how can I humanize, right? How can I have fun? How can I showcase my personality? What can we do as a business? And I'm sure some of you have got some amazing ideas that will just be incredible and be really fun. So you can humanize your brand with creativity. I've shown you a couple of ideas of things we're doing. I want to try and give you some inspiration of things that you could do. You're only limited by your creativity when it comes to humanizing your brand. You've got to be consistent though. The only way this works is if you're consistent. We've been putting out the content we have every week religiously now. And the great thing is you can batch the content. You know, you might be thinking, well, it sounds like a lot of work. You can batch that content. It doesn't have to take huge amounts of your time if you're smart with how you plan this stuff, right? You can humanize your brand with video content. It's an amazing way. It's an amazing way to grow your business and to have a lot of fun doing it. You can see, if anyone wants to, you can see how we're humanizing our brand on YouTube. And what you'll notice on YouTube, I think we have 350 subscribers. We don't have thousands, we haven't gone viral. We're not chasing thousands of views. I want the people that are looking at our content, I know that they are absolutely relevant, and they are the people that I know that are in our target sector that have the pain points that we can address. So that's a link to our YouTube channel. The last one is to just say, any and all of you, I would absolutely love to connect with every single one of you. That is a QR code to my LinkedIn. I would love to connect with every single one of you. This has been such a pleasure being back on this stage. Thank you so much, and speak soon.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.